What's up, everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, and welcome back to another kick-ass episode of Something New here in the Teak Life Basement Bar. On this episode, we are trying some mezcal. You know I love agave products, and this one, I've been trying to get my hands wrapped around it. Look at how sexy that looks for a long-ass time. And finally, we are about to crack open Prolijo Mezcal. First things first, shameless plug time. So if you want to learn more about spirits from around the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any further Teak Life episodes. So for all the newbies that just stumbled upon this channel, before we taste, we talk. So let's roll the intro and talk about the finer points of Prolijo Mezcal. Roll it! Let's talk Prolijo Mezcal. What does Prolijo mean? Well, in English, it means tidy. In Mexican legend and folklore, Prolijo is the guardian spirit of Mezcal. Let's talk ownership. So Juan Peña, he's one of the co-founders, the CEO, wanted to create an authentic Mexican distilled spirit while maintaining the integrity of the craft, the traditions, and the culture. Juan and the team behind Prolijo, they created the brand to celebrate the native people of Mexico. That's why we have this mezcal right now. Here's what's great about this brand of mezcal. So all the packaging, all the materials, everything that goes into this bottle is exclusively sourced in Oaxaca. The owners of Prolijo wanted to do something incredibly special with the brand, besides make a special mezcal. So the brand supports groups, scholarship programs, and health organizations in Mexico. Let's get back into the bar, crack this open, and get to tasting. That's a lot of information, and what's really cool is they're giving back. Crack this bad boy open. We are using a Teak Life signature tasting flute because I want everything to rise up, and with mezcal, it is a little bit smoky. Prolijo has several expressions in their portfolio. This one that we're trying is their Espadin Blanco, which means unaged. The Espadin agave, which this is made of, is one of the most common agaves used when it comes to mezcal production. The agave for this particular one, the Espadin, it is grown anywhere between 8 and 10 years before it's harvested. This one is 90 proof, so little on the higher side than most mezcals out there. Here's where the fun starts. With mezcal, you notice there's a smoky flavor, a smoky aroma to it, and that's because the agave is actually roasted underground. And there's no exception here. That's the old school way to do it, and that's exactly what Prolijo does. They roast their agave in an underground stone pit that's fueled by encino wood. When it comes to crushing the agave in the mezcal making process, there's a couple of ways that it can be done. The old school way was pounding it with rocks or with mallets, whatever was used. But then they created the Tohono stone, a big giant stone wheel that, just went around in a pit and it crushed. It was powered by a mule or a donkey. And that's actually the old school authentic way that Prolijo Mezcal still uses to this day. Couple more quick fun facts before we get to tasting. It's fermented in open pine wood vats, and it's twice distilled. Now, when they're doing their fermentation, I don't know if they're hanging fruits and botanicals around. That's kind of popular when it comes to mezcal, so I don't know that, but I've heard some amazing things, so it's been breathing. Let's get to trying. Bottle. We always take a look at the bottle. Very sexy, very slim. It's got the Aztec warrior on it. Mezcal Artesnal Blanco. A lot of information. The NAM as well. But what I like about it is the rustic feel, the look, the authenticity. I don't know. Authenticity? Is that what it is? Damn. I haven't even drank, people, but I'm still already messing up. But with that being said, I love the rope around it. It's really nice, easy to hold, so in a fast-paced environment, or if you see it on the shelf, it's going to draw your attention. No doubt about that. Color. Okay, it's a Blanco. There's no color to it. It's not aged. Now what's interesting, we'll talk a little bit more about Prolijo and what they have in their catalog in a moment, but this one in particular, there's no color to it. It's 90 proof, so let's check those tears just kind of dripping down. You know, it's like a nice cold day where it's rainy and it's trickling down the windowsill. Just making stuff up as I go along. The smell. What's amazing, now a lot of people, they stay away from mezcal because the smokiness, and the smokiness is because it's roasted in an underground pit that's covered up so it traps all that smoke in, depending on the wood that they use. Now this one is Encino wood. I've never had an Encino tree in my backyard here in Michigan, but I'm sure it's delightful because this is actually a very good aroma. It's not overly smoky. I'm getting a lot of citrus tones to it. Very much full of fruit, which is just absolutely exceptional. But on the smoky side, not so much. I'm really not picking that up like it's a campfire, or you know when you have a bonfire and the smoke just blows in your face and you're choking and you just got carcinogens in your... Yeah, it's nothing like that whatsoever. This is very clean and it's very crisp. First taste, people. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. And it has lived up to it on the first taste. So you always want to coat your palate. You'll hear me say this multiple times over and over, to coat your palate, and by the third sip, that's when you get everything. So I'm not even going to say anything. We're going in for the deuce. So, second one, really, really enjoying it. A little bit of heat on the back end. It is a 90 proof, just to let you know. It has a mineral quality to it that you're picking up from the soil that the agave is grown in. And that agave is anywhere between 8 and 10 years. So you're really going to, you know, get a lot of those properties from the soil. The other thing that I'm getting is a little bit of smoke, a lot of nice fruity tones. So I would say some melon, some citrus, you know, stone fruit, something like that. It is just absolutely bananas right now. But number 3 is the charm. Wow. That is really delightful. I am really, really enjoying this. This is one that's worth the wait. There's no doubt about it. There's just so many great flavors in here. It's not overly smoky, which is what I'm really digging, and it's just very palatable to where you just get an abundance of dried fruit, some citrus, like I said, the stone fruit, melon, whatever it may be. There's just a lot going on, and this is absolutely delightful. Since we're in the Teak Life Basement Bar, I realize my word is the only one that truly matters, but there has been some other people that have tried this brand that said it was phenomenal. They won at the SIP Awards, the Las Vegas Spirit Awards. They got a great buzz out on the streets in the agave sector. All the aficionados are loving it. So, but yeah, to be here, I'm really digging it. What's great about this brand too is besides everything else that they're doing, on their website they actually have a video to show how they make this, which is extremely exceptional. Now this expression isn't the only one that they have. They actually have a Reposado Mezcal, and they have a okay, get ready for this. They have a 12-year Añejo. I'm on the scout, I'm on the prowl, I'm looking for that one because I think that is something that we have to try. There are not many out there. The first time that I ever tried an aged mezcal was in, I think, Cancun, and it was hidden, and I go, what is that? And they brought it out like, you know, it was a treasure. And I got to try it, and I fell in love because it had just an amazing amount of flavors in it. So I highly recommend trying some aged mezcals, but I'm on the lookout for that 12-year. They also have a Tobola, which Tobola, if you do the research on that agave, it takes a long time to actually grow to get to the mezcal distillation process, to get to making it. That's why Tobola, it's typically a little bit more expensive. Yep, one more before we wrap it up. So, exceptional, 100%, boom, Teak Life approved. And there's really no surprise to it. When it comes to their mezcalero, their master distiller, Petronilo Rosario, he's a 4th generation master distiller. He's got 45 years of experience in making mezcal. So I'm in love with this one. Their Espadin, the packaging, the flavors, they have a lot going on, and you're going to see a lot more of this brand in the future. Teak Life approved all day. So my glass is getting down to the down, and that wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teak Life Basement Bar. Prolijo Espadin, their artisanal mezcal, 100% Teak Life approved. Loved it. We're on the lookout for that añejo. Don't be surprised if you see it sitting right here. But if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, be sure to hit us up at that email. It's right there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Teak Life YouTube channel and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any further episodes. And if you didn't already know, if you don't follow us on social media, Instagram and Facebook, we routinely show what we're going to be tasting in the future, so be sure to follow us on social media. That wraps it up. I'm going to find a beach here in Michigan in the 40-degree weather. I've got some mezcal with me. I'm going to do a bonfire, and I'm going to drink this bottle. We'll see you on the next episode. Salud!